just like to say I'm really proud. I work for WAC South West for Bunbury Hospital, and I'm nominating Sue Moores for Volunteer of the Year for our hospital, Bunbury Regional Hospital. She's one of the meet and greet team, and she's just amazing. Sue works for the meet and greet team, but she stands out in every way. Whenever we need anything, she's one of the first people that's there to volunteer, put her hand up to say she'll do it, whether it's laminating action cards, whether it's taking home 1,000 rat packs to go and put information sheets on them, driving patients home to wherever from the hospital. But more recently, she's been part of the Wellbeing committee, and she was one of 2 volunteers that helped out in calling staff when they've been furloughed at home. And just if they're at home and they need a little bit of support, they'll give them a call and just say how they're doing and whether they need anything. And Sue just goes above and beyond. She'll give them a call and she'll say, do you need anything? They might need a prescription taken round, and she'll take the prescription, or she'll take them some ice cream while she's at it, or she'll make some chocolate brownies for them or something. She's just above and beyond in absolutely everything she does. She's just everything. She's everything that we could ever want in a volunteer. We've got a really, really fantastic group. They're all fantastic, but Sue just stands out. So that's why she's my nominee for Volunteer of the Year.
I've been volunteering now for about 3 years. Having lived on 4 continents and been a trailing spouse, there's always been lots of volunteer opportunities for me when I've not been able to go for paid employment. And so when we moved to Australia and came to Bunbury, I was very happy to be able to volunteer in other roles apart from the hospital, and then joined the hospital volunteer team. My last volunteering role was with the British Embassy in Bangkok, where we were living, and I looked after a visiting programme for Brits and Australians and anyone who could speak English in the prisons there. So that was a challenging but very, very worthwhile experience for me. I'm not a social media user, and so happily there was an advertisement in a local paper, otherwise I would have missed it. And so when I saw it, I thought, oh, I like the sound of that, and so I applied. I started on the meet and greet team, which Cheryl Dewsbury had just set up, and I was actually the second intake, and that involved finding my way around the hospital so I could help patients and visitors and sometimes staff to find their way round. It was quite challenging because there's all sorts of little nooks and crannies and things to learn, protocol to find out, and also really just to be there as a friendly face when people came in. I think sometimes a bit emotionally challenging, but when someone's grieving and you can just find them a quiet place to sit, get a cup of tea, and just a listening ear, that's always very rewarding for me. I was invited onto 2 different committees. One was the Aboriginal and Cultural Diversity Committee, and also the Wellbeing Committee. The Wellbeing Committee was an initiative to really begin to show the staff that they were appreciated, that they were cared for, and that they were well thought of. So when COVID hit, our human resources team set up a team with a couple of volunteers, and we now will call staff members who are furloughed, isolated, or have COVID, and just check up on them just to see, are you okay? Is there anything you need? Can we get you ice cream if your throat's sore, or anything else that we can do just to check in? That's sometimes quite a lonely place to be. I actually felt very safe in the role because I knew I had support for myself and also accountability. And I think accountability in any volunteer position is really, really important. So I was able to feed back to my team leader any concerns or difficulties I had. It did make me feel very good. I got some lovely feedback, and yeah, it was very good.
Are you able to share Granny's soup recipe, or is that a secret?
Granny soup? Oh dear, you know about Granny soup? Oh, it's a bit of a guarded secret. My family are not in Australia. We came to actually be with our family, and later we'd not been here too long, and my son and daughter-in-law went off to East Timor. My son went as a volunteer, and my daughter-in-law went as a nurse with the St John of God programme in a hospital in East Timor. And so there I was with no grandchildren, no children, our other son's in Canada. And so I still love baking and making chicken soup and spoiling people. So hey, there you go. No, I that's just been part of my life. I was brought up in a Christian family, and this was what we did, and so I follow my parents' example too. How long will they keep me on? How long will they keep me on? I'm not sure. At the moment, there doesn't seem to be an age limit. There are a few volunteers older than me, and I'd like to just keep going as long as I'm given the strength and I can keep going. I was quite blown away. As I say, I love being part of the team, not to be particularly singled out, because I think we all work together. And if I were on my own, it just would not be the same, because we all fit in together and we work together. But I was humble but extremely honoured, a bit scared too. For me, I would like it to be a reflection on the hospital and the care and the kindness and the good job that we're doing.
She's so bubbly, she's always smiling, she's always happy, she's always there to help and caring. She's just so caring and compassionate, and you can see it just oozes out of her. You know, she'll find the person in the hospital that needs the wheelchair, she'll find the person that's looking like she needs somebody to talk to. She's just not shy at going finding help wherever she needs it. She's fantastic.